Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another review for Sasuke Retsuden Chapter 10, and this is the final chapter in the Sasuke Retsuden manga, and after reading it, I think we can say there's a strong chance that the third novel in this trilogy is likely being adapted into a manga, i.e. the Naruto Retsuden story, because at the end of this chapter, Naruto is not cured, which is exactly how it is in the light novel. Seriously hoping that this is going to be the case because Komura Shingo is a good mangaka, and the way he captures Kishimoto's art style and his panel presentation is really admirable. Finally, keep the notifications on because later today we will be addressing the Naruto Uchiha Mangekyo controversy in depth, so there will be a double upload. So with my initial thoughts out of the way, let's back things up a bit and let's dive into the recap portion of the review. So the chapter opens up with the last one left off. Sasuke, Sakura, and Jiji are watching as the Edo Tensei are released, but the giant dragon beast that Sasuke slammed his sword into its eye decides to get one final shot in by trying to bite Sakura, but Jiji steps in to save her, suffering a huge wound. At this point, we start to see Sakura perform medical ninjutsu in order to try and save Jiji, telling him to stay alive now that he knows that Margot's out there, and we have Jiji reflecting on the mistakes that he's made, wondering if he would have been as strong as Sasuke and Sakura, maybe he wouldn't have allowed himself to get manipulated by Zantaru and the Prime Minister. After Sakura breaks down telling Jiji that she's going to save him at all costs, Jiji finds the strength to continue clinging to life, and we jump ahead to the new king of Redaku and Kakashi's newest student, Nanar, who is now acting as the king of the country, paying his respects to those who died at the observatory and vowing to rebuild Redaku. We also see Jiji riding on horseback with Margot, showing that Jiji at least has a happy ending. Meanwhile, back in Konoha, we get a couple of funny moments that you wouldn't have seen if you only watched the anime. Ino and Sakura are sitting down at the sweet shop in the new town part of Konoha, where it's actually the shop that's operated by that little girl that Sakura saved all the way back in the pain arc, the one that she saved from that pain summoning that she one-shot. This is the first of a few Easter eggs towards Naruto's manga that you're gonna see. Ino reveals that she tried to curl Inojine's hair to no avail, and she and Sakura gossip about how Shikamaru, when he wakes up in the morning, has hair that makes him look like a hedgehog, which leads to our first major change in the story for anime-only viewers. Shikamaru gives Sakura the report on the polar particles after Sarada runs up to them saying that she's going to cook dinner for Sasuke and Sakura tonight, and that Aruka's been giving Sarada cooking lessons. Essentially, the report on the polar particles is meant to test them out before giving them to Naruto, and we learn that Naruto's still being stubborn and trying to take on a normal workload for the sake of keeping up appearances, as well as for the fact that Naruto's just stubborn. In the anime, Naruto is just cured when they return with the polar particle left behind by Hagoromo. There's a catch to using the polar particle, and in reality there's more than one polar particle hunt that's extremely dangerous, almost as dangerous as using the polar particle itself, that has not been shown yet. So again, this gives me more hope that the Naruto Retsuden story will get a manga adaptation to finish up the story. We then see Sakura's ring be noticed by Ino, and Ino looks pretty jealous when she realizes that Sakura, due to having a ring made out of chakra, will always have a piece of Sasuke with her. As I joked when the novel came out a few years ago and I covered it over here on the channel, that ring is low-key a GPS because Sasuke can always find his way back to Sakura because it's literally his chakra. We see in a flashback that Sasuke, while he couldn't sense Sakura's chakra at the prison, he was able to sense his own chakra, which led Sasuke to finding Sakura's location buried beneath the rubble, and Sakura confirms that had it not been for that ring, she probably would have died. We get another scene of Sakura placing her head on the table after seeing Sasuke and raising it with a full-on blush because she's got the hots for him, which shocks Ino because Sakura still has the same passion for Sasuke that she did when they were kids, which somewhere Sai is in the background listening to Ino say this and wondering, does Ino still have the same passion for him that she did all those years ago as well? After Sakura walks home, Sarada presents dinner to Sasuke and Sakura, a scene right out the light novel we didn't see animated, and Sakura kicks Sasuke under the table to get him to compliment the cooking that Sarada did because Sarada literally made all of Sasuke's favorite foods. After the meal is finished, we have Sakura and Sasuke standing out at the balcony where Sakura informs Sasuke about the news that Kakashi sent via messenger, which is another tweak that the anime made and cut out the story by just having Kakashi in the Hokage office. Sakura tells him an update on Jiji and Margot before asking Sasuke directly if Sasuke gave Sakura that ring because he wanted to scare off any other guys, which leads to Sasuke choking on his drink and unable to answer before we see Sakura lean into Sasuke and we get the words thank you, which then ends off the manga chapter and this series itself. So the first thing that we can take away from this final chapter for Sasuke Retsuden is that obviously the story's not over. Naruto hasn't been cured, so there's a chance that the events of the third novel in this story is going to be given a manga. So you'll get scenes like Naruto reflecting on his own mortality and realizing he's now lived longer than his own father, wanting to show Jiraiya the peaceful relationships that the five nations have, wanting to work with Nagato on the Rain Village, wanting to have Kushina meet Boruto and Himawari, Naruto asking himself, now that he can't use the Biju chakra inside of him, is he even worthy of being Hokage, and if he can ever live up to the expectations of being Hokage, all while looking over at his father's photo in the office multiple times, which you can tell is Naruto comparing himself to his father, who was strong enough to defend the village and also died to protect the village. You have scenes like Orochimaru and Hinata giving Naruto those Byakugan goggles that use Hinata's chakra, and the multiple attempts to kill Naruto where he'd been protected by Sasuke and Sakura and protected by Kakashi and Yamato. There's a lot left to explore before Naruto gets cured from this illness that comes from having the chakra of the 9 Biju inside the human body for multiple years. It's one thing I did not like, how the anime made it seem like a big deal and then just quickly cured Naruto when that wasn't the case. In terms of representation of Sasuke and Sakura in this, their relationship got showed a different side that we don't normally see, especially in the anime. We had moments like this in the Naruto Parent and Child Day novel where Sasuke opens up about his fears of not living up to Sarada's expectations of him and what she'll think when she learns the truth about him. We had moments like this where you can see both how much Sasuke cares about his family as well as the vulnerability that comes from both Sasuke and Sakura. I really thought Komura Shingo did a good job, especially with the eyes of the characters, in order to convey the emotion and the small details like the blushes on Sakura's face and Sasuke trying to remain stoic while his face is shaded out and hiding behind his mug. I love the small moments of character interactions that we got here, and that final panel is such a huge payoff when you realize what we have. Sasuke and Sakura looking out at the village, out at night with the moon out and the words thank you being uttered. If you go back to the Sasuke retrieval arc at night, after Sasuke looked out at the village and looked at the photo of Team 7 that he left behind, the last words that he uttered to Sakura when he left and left her on that bench was thank you. Now jumping ahead 19 years in the timeline, those words are being said once again, and we see Sakura wearing the Uchiha crest this time. The outsider is now part of the family. It's poetic when you look at it through that lens. Overall, I thought Komura Shingo did a good job for a first entry into the Naruto franchise. This was an amazing opportunity for a talented artist handpicked by Masashi Kishimoto, the Naruto series creator. So I hope we see him either drawing Naruto Retsuden or potentially getting a one-shot in Weekly Shonen Jump. He's more than earned it. My question for you guys is, which version of the story do you guys prefer, the anime version or the full version of the manga? While you think that over, click here to watch these other videos you see on the screen right now.